Dímelo, mi gente! You already know this is Punch, Drunk, Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moo, shot himself. Why y'all still mad at Canelo Alvarez? Out of all the things that Canelo Alvarez has done in the sport of boxing, why are y'all mad at Canelo Alvarez? I know what it is. I know what it is. Because you expect something from Canelo Alvarez that you don't expect from nobody else. And you expect something from Canelo Alvarez because he's already proven to you that he's worthy of greatness, worthy of the praise. He's done work. He's done the job. He's a 4th division world champion, super middleweight undisputed, right? He's King Nelo, a.k.a. Cartelo, a.k.a. Cash Nelo, a.k.a. Payday, a.k.a. Get the fuck out of here, man, right? He put butts in the seats, right? He got the resume, the best resume of this generation, right? So you expect from something from the Canelo Alvarez that you don't expect from anybody else. So there's no pressure for Caleb Plant. Do you got pressure for Caleb Plant? Hey, yo, Caleb Plant, you got to do this. You got to get back to where you're supposed to be. No, there's no pressure on Caleb Plant. Is it pressure on Jaime Munguia? Do you have pressure? What do you expect from Jaime Munguia? I don't know. He's gonna fight in September. You ready for Canelo Alvarez? I don't know. Do you expect something from the Meats on Drain? No, that's it. No, I don't expect nothing. No. What do you expect? Nothing. You expect something from Jamal Charlo? No. Drive drunk. Oh, hey, I don't know. So, they can't tick you off. They can't disappoint you. See, ladies and gentlemen, it's almost like in your relationship, right? You could love your significant other like no one else, but you could get mad at your significant other like nobody else. You know why? Because you expect something from your lady, right? You expect something from your lady. That you don't expect something from another lady, so she can't get you mad. Another scoochie in the hood can't get you mad. She don't got no responsibility for you. She never showed you that she's really, really good. She never showed you that she could take care of you and stuff like that. So you don't worry about the scoochies out there. You love your kid more than anything, but you can get mad at your child. You can get mad at them. You expect great grades. Maybe you don't expect the same grade for your nephew like you do for your son and daughter, right? And that's what it was Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez, you could love him, Canelo Alvarez, and appreciate Canelo Alvarez like nobody else, but you could also get mad at Canelo Alvarez. And this is why people, he had to face David Benavidez. Why he has a face? He ain't duck. Let me say it like this. Canelo Alvarez is no longer competing with nobody in this current state in the sport of boxing. That's what you got to understand. And that's what sometimes, or most of the time, people are just avoiding the truth. Canelo Alvarez has done so much work in the sport of boxing. Compared from his contemporary, there's a wide gap. Compared from his contemporaries. His contemporaries haven't even done 25% of what Canelo Alvarez has done. So how can you shame Canelo Alvarez with the current state of the fighters around Canelo Alvarez in 160 and 168 and 175? Why? You're not mad or you're not really disappointed at Canelo Alvarez. Is that he's the only one that has that has done work. He's the only one you expect to do something great. He's the only one you expect to do something because the other people haven't done ish for you. You don't expect it from them. But it's still not right for you to be mad at Canelo Alvarez and shame Canelo Alvarez and disrespect and devalue Canelo Alvarez. You got to be on them. What they got to do. Hey, yo, David Benavidez, what you got to do? What you going to do? Caleb Plant, all right, you lost to 2 guys. You still young enough. You still got to elevate. You still got to put yourself in championship contention. Jaime Munguia, right? You're still young. We want to see more out of you. See? With Canelo Alvarez, he's competing with, is he the best Mexican ever? Every time he wins, he's better than Julio Cesar Chavez. When he loses to the Super Bowl that time, he's not the best Mexican. He's already competing with greatness. He's not competing with his contemporaries anymore. And that's why even more when you compare Canelo Alvarez with the great Canelo Alvarez, you can still devalue him. He's still competing, but he's not competing with nobody right now in the current state. What Edgar Berlanga could do for him? We all know if Canelo Alvarez beat Edgar Berlanga, what that do for him? What it did for him when he beat Jamal Charlo? Y'all ain't give him credit. That's the reason why I said, why does he have to face Bud Crawford? Right? If he beats David Benavidez, you think it's going to do something for his legacy. No, it's going to do something for your entertainment purposes, but it's not going to do something for Canelo Alvarez. If Canelo Alvarez beat David Benavidez, he'll be gaining the same thing he will gain by beating Munguia, by beating Berlanga, by beating everybody else right now. Unless if he goes and fight the winner of Dimitri Bivol and Beterbiev to get his rematch, get his get back, and that is significant for Canelo Alvarez. But everything else in the sport of boxing, no. That's it. He's competing with other legends, other Hall of Famers, just like LeBron James. LeBron James ain't really competing with the guys that he's on the court with. He's not really competing with Jalen Brunson from the New York Knicks. He's competing with the Jordans of the world, the Birds, the Magic, the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the Karl Malones of the world. He's competing with them. He's competing with those numbers and those record books. Canelo Alvarez is like, remember when Manny Pacquiao after the Floyd Mayweather, there's nothing for Manny Pacquiao to earn. That was the biggest fight for Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, and vice versa. Mayweather didn't have anything to earn after that. So Manny Pacquiao was in a win-win situation. He faced Luca Matisse, okay. He faced Broner, okay. Even when he faced Kiefer Tom Thurman, okay. Even when he had the strap, there was no shame in the Manny Pacquiao better fight this one. That's when we was on Earl Spence and Bud Crawford, because we already knew that Manny Pacquiao already done everything in the sport of boxing. 8th division world champion, 5-time lineal, 12-time world champion, the ambassador, the senator, the humanitarian, the greatest karaoke singer of them all, the GOAT, Manny Pacquiao. Canelo Alvarez have nothing left to prove. So you can't shame Canelo Alvarez. Unless if you just want to keep on comparing him with other greats. These other guys got something to do. Berlanga got something to prove. David Benavidez got something to prove. Caleb Plant still got something to prove. Jaime Munguia still got something to prove. And I'm talking about the guys in the middleweights, in the middleweight division. We want to see if Dimitri Bivol could be what Canelo Alvarez was in the super middleweight division, or Arturo Beterbiev. They still got something to prove. Canelo Alvarez got nothing left to prove. You're frustrated because Canelo Alvarez has been one of the few fighters of this generation that we count on. Because a lot of people just wasn't consistent in the pursuit of their greatness or potential greatness. Canelo Alvarez was. During the pandemic, still Canelo Alvarez was active. Canelo Alvarez was going for undisputed. Canelo Alvarez was bringing in the dollars in the sport of boxing when boxing was plummeted. Canelo Alvarez held boxing down, bro. Canelo Alvarez had boxing on his shoulder at one point. Remember, we was talking about after Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather, the boxing was dying. Canelo kept it alive, especially in this side of the pond. Shout out to the people on the other side of the pond like Anthony Joshua and ish like that. But Canelo Alvarez held boxing down. Can you imagine if it wasn't for Canelo Alvarez? Can you imagine if Canelo Alvarez wasn't that great at post Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao? Can you imagine where boxing will be in this side of the pond? So, the reason you're frustrated with Canelo Alvarez is because he's the only one you expect him to do something. Because he's the only one that has filled the void. One of the few, very, very few, that has filled the void of the boxing fans' frustrations. You think you're frustrated because y'all wanted to see David Benavidez and Canelo, and they are not frustrated. Everybody else got to put in some work. And this is why I respect and support the young fighters like Bam Rodriguez that's keeping the morals alive. That's why I respect so much and support Teofimo Lopez, the captain of the generation, the commander-in-chief of this young generation, because he kept the morals and the principle and the nature of the sport of competing and daring to be great. Young fight. Now, yeah, you know, Bud Crawford, even Jamel Charlo in 154, that people like to snub and not giving the credit by clearing out a division. The women stepped up. Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, Trailblazers, Clarissa Shields, Alicia Baumgartner, Jessica McCaskill, Cecilia Breakers. They stepped up. Canelo Alvarez have stepped up big time. Time to put pressure on those that need to further carry the sport. I think the sport is in good hands with these young fighters. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully Ryan Garcia get back into the rhythm of things. You know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? Keep on going for legacy. Gervonta Tank Davis, hopefully he goes for legacy, because I think that he's great for the sport of boxing in terms of sustaining the eyeballs of the sport of boxing, but with it, you have to bring the morals. So he cannot be the face of boxing right now, even though that I like Gervonta Tank Davis, but Gervonta Tank Davis can't be the face of boxing because he's not bringing the morals of the sport of boxing. He's bringing, the business is good, but is he uplifting the sport? Is he setting a bar? No. We need that face to keep the bar. Teofimo Lopez, the Bam Rodriguez of the world. Hopefully David Benavidez gets an opportunity to fight the winner of Dimitri Bivol and Beterbiev, and maybe he could really carve his own legacy without Canelo Alvarez. In this channel, I gotta be honest. I'm not gonna criticize Canelo Alvarez to do anything. He already done it all. Canelo Alvarez have nothing to prove to me as a fan, have nothing to prove to anybody in the sport of boxing, because he's already proven his greatness. It's time for everybody else to step up. Yeah, I might be frustrated. Yeah, I might be picky. I want to see a potential matchup, but to be honest, I got to be real. Ain't no matchup other than Dimitri Bivol and Beterbiev that could enhance the legacy of Canelo Alvarez. And if he doesn't fight them, so what? He already became a 175-pound champion when he beat Sergey Kovalev, a potential Hall of Famer. It's nothing that Canelo Alvarez could prove to me, and by that, I can't get mad at Canelo Alvarez for anything. Canelo Alvarez is a living treasure right now for the sport of boxing. And just like other greats that was living legends, that's what Canelo Alvarez is. He's where Chocolatito's at. Chocolatito's always going to be a winner. It doesn't matter. Chocolatito, Canelo, Nonito Donaire. These guys that are still active, I can't get mad at them. All we could do is praise them while they're here, and hopefully they get their faculties, you know what I'm saying, when they finally do retire. When it comes to Chocolatito, Nonito Donaire, and Canelo Alvarez, these active legends, they got nothing left to prove to me. And they shouldn't have nothing left to prove to you.